75,000 on their feet for the green flag. The Tropicana 400 is underway. Ryan Newman breaks from the pole for the lead.
And BP, like yesterday, we're seeing a fight to the bottom. It's kind of like Dover. Everybody wants to, although there's two crews here, everybody wants to get in that bottom lane as fast as they can.
But you can see cars 2, 3 wide off turn 4.
Well, I didn't say it was going to be easy getting down there, but they're trying.
BP got some more bad news for the 77.
He passed on before the green flag.
Yes, he did. He's going to get the black flag for a stop and go penalty.
Hopefully he won't speed in the pits now.
Yeah, that'll only make it worse, won't it? Mark Martin, 10th place, fighting there, losing some spots. Todd Bodine is through. Robbie Gordon is through. Here comes Elliott Sadler in the 21.
And Joe Nemechek, the 25 car, is taking a look on the inside of Mark Martin.
Jeff Owens' car wiggle there in that outside lane.
And I'll guarantee you, Jeff is telling the spotter, get me down, but there's just no place to go right now.
He started 15th, but he's losing spots every corner as John Andretti, the 43 car, goes by on the inside.
Phil Weber.
Well, Dave Blaney headed for pit road. Now we got trouble on the front stretch. The 22 around in traffic.
Ward Burton sitting sideways right across the trioval by the start-finish line, but everybody gets by. Caution flag is out.
And how did they miss him? And you know, Dave Blaney might get a break, and he just might. Come on, speed, Dave. Speed. Let's see if he's going to be stopped.
Question is...
Oh, he made it.
Got the go. Go ahead, Ryan Newman. And that Jasper team that Blaney drives for, they get their engines. They're all in on that engine operation, so maybe there was a little teamwork there with Newman backing off to let Blaney get going.
Meanwhile, let's go up to the booth and find out what happened out there.
All right, Bill, let's go inside our Roush Team Caliber 360 car.
Hang on, BP, let's cover these pit stops first.
Good.
A lot more guys pitting than we thought were going to happen on these pit stops. Dave Burns?
Well, Matt Kent says there's one car that decided to stay out. Jimmy Spencer is going to stay back here and change 4 tires and head back out in the target Dodge at this point for Spencer. Running down in the pack, but he's got a chance to come back, guys. It's still a long race.
I didn't think we'd see that many guys pit under this caution. Matt?
Well, the 36 car is still in, Alan. Kenny Schrader reported the car was a little wobbly on entry. Tied up off the corner, they pulled a half a rubber out of the right rear, but it was a very close call trying to get to his pit stall with the 6 and another car. He had to stop and wait for the 6 to leave before he could pull in.
19th place on down were the guys that stopped. Mr. Parsons, you were saying?
Okay, let's go inside once again our Roush Team Caliber 360 car and show you what we're talking about by the drive shaft. This is it. It goes from the transmission, engine, transmission, drive shaft, back to the rear gear. The axles in here go out to the tires, and that's what turns it. This is what broke on the 22 car, the drive shaft.
And BP, do you think maybe that spin had anything to do with maybe twisting that drive shaft?
It could have. It very well could have.
So Ward Burton's got problems, and the Daytona 500 winners' dreadful season to this point since that victory continues. The Chicagoland Speedway, just outside the Windy City, home of today's Tropicana 400 for the NASCAR Winston Cup Series, and we look down on this 930-acre complex from the U.S. Army Skycam, courtesy of the United States Army and Army of One.
Okay, all you Earnhardt fans, set up, pay attention. Junior has moved into the second spot and is closing in on the leader, Ryan Newman.
And beginning to see some green flag pit stops among the front runners. Jeremy Mayfield was just in, and Tony Stewart is now on pit road. Stewart giving up 5th place to commit for his stop.
And Ryan Newman has been very, oh, here we go, battle for the lead. 3, 4 wide off 2.
Ran up on Jeremy Mayfield coming off the pit lane. And that's Jerry Nadeau in the 0-0.
Oh, look out, Junior. Got in that corner, Didn't have the angle just right to get it in the corner. When he got in, he had nowhere to go except up the hill. And luckily, Ryan Newman gave him some room.
Bill Elliott is on the pit road. Just lost second place to Earnhardt Jr. a couple laps ago. He's now in. There's Elliott's Dodge. Matt?
Bill Elliott comes to a stop. His car was extremely good on entry, but it was tight up off the corner. They're going to make an air pressure adjustment, down a half a pound in all three corners except the right rear. Jim Pullman indexes the rear tire. Is from Oak Lawn, the south side of Chicago. He's captain of his football team. 15 fans come here to see that good stop.
Money's safe for now.
Money's safe. Oh, yeah.
Joe Nemechek is in for his pit stop as Earnhardt Jr. continues trying to put Jerry Nadeau a lap down. Ken Schrader, Kenny Wallace, Casey Atwood, Steve Wilson, and Stuart Kirby have all gone laps down already. Marty?
And Joe Nemechek is in, having a terrific run. This is the first car Brian Patty can truly call his own, his crew chief. They cut up the body, they took it to the wind tunnel, they tested with it at Kentucky, and so far it is very good. No changes for Joe Nemechek and 4 tire. Bill Weber.
Front two are in. Dale Earnhardt Jr. being followed down the pit lane by Ryan Newman. 55 miles an hour is the speed limit today on pit road. And the lead is taken over by Michael Waltrip as these two come in. Back to Marty.
This will be an interesting race. These guys 1-2 on the racetrack. They pit also right beside each other on pit road, or one pit stall separates the two. Ryan Newman just a little bit tight, and it got tighter the longer he ran. They made the track bar adjustment and the wedge adjustment to overcompensate for that track bar adjustment they made. Dale Earnhardt Jr. will go with air pressure just a little bit tight. He said the track is slick, and they will win the race on pit road with Ryan Newman by a bunch.
The jack fell on the 12 car. Something happened and the jack fell. Michael Waltrip was coming down pit road, the Napa car, to make his pit stop.
Announcement made this morning, as we talked about in Discover Car Countdown to Green, that Napa has signed on with Michael and the DEI team for another couple of years, Matt.
And Michael Waltrip also took the grass route on his entrance to pit road. His car was a little bit loose, so they're going to make a wedge adjustment. As they come around to the left side, Chad Walton puts that left rear tire on a little bit slower on the left front. Michael Gaston, he's down and away. To Marty.
And Kurt Busch made great progress from the back of the field up into the top 10, Matt, and they made no adjustments. Remember, we told you earlier, this is the California car that led the most laps. It is a very good race car. So far, he's been holding together fine. Dave Burns.
Matt Kenseth is in. They're going to go up on the track bar, plus an air adjustment. 4 tires to the 17. Remember, he was tight coming up off the corner. He revs the engine high. Matt is ready to go. He is down and out of here with a huge burnout here on pit road. Another award-winning pit stop, Benny Maybe.
These guys have done a good job all year long. That's why they got the Golden Benny Award.
Check out the entrance to pit road here just a second ago. Michael Waltrip trying to get in off the track for his stop. Trying to slow down from 180-something to 55.
He hits pit road. Uh-oh.
He missed pit road.
He did miss pit road, didn't he?
And you know, that's easy to do because you're coming off the racetrack with those hot tires, and you can see right when he gets off the groove there, that's all dirty and slippery. And it's really hard to get the car to turn there.
But you know one thing, he can't get caught for speeding in the grass.
That's true.
There's no lines in the grass. Good thinking, Michael.
Now some more pit stops. Ricky Rudd, Mike Skinner, Kyle Petty.
It looks like an accordion effect. He got in the back of someone, backed off, and Ward got...
Oh, Terry Labonte is spinning coming onto pit road. Michael Waltrip missed it. Terry did too. No caution.
Is he stalled or...
Well, that's what they're waiting to find out. There he goes. And we'll stay under green.
A lot of guys are happy about that because half the field would have went down the lap.
Yeah,
that yellow one came out right there.
If the caution comes out before the rest of the lead cars pit, some guys are going to be in trouble.
And Jim Long told me this morning if this became a fuel mileage race, that Terry Labonte would be awfully good. Unfortunately, that spin on pit road took away the advantage that he had. Spin coming on to pit road.
Matt?
Well, this will be a 4-tire change for Terry Labonte. They made a significant wedge adjustment. He says his car was loose.
Jerry Nadeau is in. Also, Kenny Wallace is in for a pit stop, waiting on Hut Strickland. He's the second place car. Here he comes onto the pit lane. Also got Jeff Burton, who has not stopped yet, and he is on the pit road now. So Mark Martin in that 6th car. He is the race leader. It looks like
He's
run out of
gas.
fuel.
I think he's out of fuel.
Oh, it's going to cost him a lot of ground. While we wait for Mark to get back around to the pit lane, let's cover some more stops. Bill?
Hut Strickland on pit road. It's a 4-tire stop. Fuel going in. He's about 3 pit stalls down from Mark Martin. His crew was on the wall. Martin's crew was waiting for him about another 6 laps. Now it's a crawl down pit road for Mark Martin. We're going to make an air pressure adjustment because he's been very, very tight. But the goal here is going to make sure that car does refire, which it does, and Mark will be able to get off of pit road. Around to the left side again. It's 4 tires and fuel, air pressure adjustment because the car has been so tight. Mark stopped on lap 18 and this lap 84. He's on his way. That cost him though.
And what you got to be careful there is when you come into the pits with no engine, you have no way to gauge what your pit road speed is. So a lot of guys get hammered cutting down pit lane when they run out of gas because they don't know how fast they're going.
After the cycle of pit stops, Tony Stewart. The Orange Home Depot car is out in front. Leads Dale Jarrett by 2.5 seconds. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is up to 3rd. Bill Elliott 4th. Ryan Newman now runs 5th. Rest of the top 10, Sterling Marlin, Joe Nemechek, Jeff Gordon, Elliott Sadler, and Kurt Busch. Under green at lap 85. Watching NASCAR on NBC.
Welcome back to the Tropicana 400, and appropriately enough, it's an orange car that is leading this race. Tony Stewart in a Pontiac with Dale Jarrett, Dale Earnhardt Jr., the 9-car Bill Elliott, and pole sitter Ryan Newman. Outstanding work in the pits for the 20 car, and it's Tony Stewart that is really hustling his car around the racetrack, BP. He's got his foot to the floor, doesn't he?
He really does, and he's running terrific laps. And after all, he's been out there about 30, a little over 30 laps on this set of tires and still running very, very fast.
Yeah, last time by, Tony Stewart ran a 31.25 second lap. Dale Jarrett, the second place car, ran a 31.38 second lap. And Dale Earnhardt Jr., the third place car, a 31.41 second lap. He's got the third place by 2/10, second place by a 1/10 of a lap.
And when these guys hit, you know, I remember him really good at Michigan because he gets his car to work down at the bottom. There's a lot of racetracks, Homestead. The car's really good on the bottom, but boy, when they hit the setup, Tony is hard to beat on these racetracks.
No one car, Steve Park is already in for service. Left side tires going down. Park complaining. His car was extremely tight in the center of the corner. They adjusted with track bar and air pressure.
Well, Steve Park had some trouble getting on the pit road. This is the 3rd time today we've seen this.
And now we see the yellow car Park slowing down to get on pit road. And there's so much debris there that he gets loose as he hits the apron of the racetrack. And around he goes, almost backs up to the racetrack, but finally stops it. Goes on to pit road, makes a stop, and away he goes. But it costs a lot of time to do that.
He didn't go up for speeding though, will he?
No, that's right.
These guys keep this up, they're not going to have to mow that grass for a little while. Marty, caution is out for the 3rd time in the Tropicana 400, just past halfway in the race. Last week's winner is not going to have a good result today.
We do believe that he lost an engine going down in the corner. Well, I'm kind of convinced of it now as I see the replay. Smoke out the exhaust pipe, always bad news.
I get recalled. Easy. The caution is out. You're in 2nd place. The 30 car ahead of you is the leader. The 30 car ahead of you is the leader. Watch the 20 coming from behind trying to get his lap back.
Well, 20 doesn't have to get his lap back because he is on the lead lap. The caution has helped some, like Mark Martin and Jeff Green. It's gotten them onto the lead lap. Some others, like Joe Nemechek, caution combined with his pit road problems earlier, he's gotten trapped a lap down. Here they come. Start our pit stop coverage with Dave Burns.
Jeff Green, the leader, comes in. He will take on 4 tires. No adjustments. The car has been improving since that last pit stop, and Jeff really didn't want him to do much to it at all. Damage still on the car shows. Marty Snyder.
Tony Stewart is in. He did not like the last adjustment they made, so they took it out. Jeff Gooch Patterson, the gas man, did that. This helped Stewart because he would have had to have stopped 2 more times. Now he only has to stop 1 more time. To Bill Weber.
Mark Martin is already down pit road. This was a huge break for this team. Remember, Mark ran out of gas earlier in the race. This got them back in position to contend for the lead and the win. He almost hit the 30 car leaving pit road.
Not only got it
So we're
back
under caution after 139 laps at the Tropicana 400 at the Chicagoland Speedway in Illinois.
Now, this is one of those funny restarts where the leader is not the first car on the track. The front row cars you see there, bottom to bottom in Dave Blaney, plus the black car there, Kyle Petty, the 45, the black and red car, they are on the tail end of the lead lap. The leader is Dale Earnhardt Jr., red car outside lane. The driver chose not to pit under this caution. They stayed out behind the pace car when everybody else came in. Cycled them around to being basically a mile and a half behind leader Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Back on the lead lap, it looked like Ricky Rudd, the third car on the screen right there.
So the key moment for all these guys in the race is right now. These guys in front of Earnhardt Jr., they've got to stay out in front of him and hope the caution comes out quick.
And here comes Junior on the inside of Kyle Petty. Trying to put that sprint dodge lap down. Looks like he's going to do it. And Ryan Newman, pole sitter. Looks like he has his car adjusted back running well.
Now more information on Junior, because Dale Jr., Ryan Newman, Elliott Sadler, and Matt Kenseth did not pit under that caution. That's why they assume the lead. Tony Stewart is back in 8th spot right now.
You see Tony trying to get by Rusty Wallace, and there's a 25 car, Joe Nemechek, has his car back running and running well, but a lap down because of running out of fuel, having to coast almost all the way around the racetrack.
So we got this all straight. We got guys on the tail end of the lead lap, guys that didn't pit, other guys that pitted. A strategy gem unfolding today.
I understand it perfectly.
There you go.
That means I've been here way too long. Just a simple piece of aluminum, but guess what? One of those race cars run over that, they would certainly puncture a tire, and we've seen what happens to these cars when you puncture a tire. It's not pretty.
And the yellow's a big break because the leaders were going to have to start making green flag pit stops in another 7 to 8 laps. Tony Stewart, anyway, who's been the earliest to pit. So now they're going to get to do it under caution.
And this really evens things out because no cars, I don't think, can make it from here to the end. They'll have to make one more stop so it doesn't become a fuel mileage race.
Probably now is when you want your best set of tires, because probably if they come in that last time, BP, just fuel.
Fuel, maybe right size, but probably just fuel only.
Will anybody take 2 tires here and try and get in track position? No. Need the whole tank of fuel, might as well stay for all 4.
Take them all.
Dave Burns.
Alan, you mentioned right before the break a car sounding funny. It was Matt Kenseth. I confirmed with crew chief Robbie Reiser. He is running on 7 cylinders. They'll run it until it dies. 4 tires for him. Half a pound of pressure in the right rear increase to make him a little bit looser on this Chicagoland Speedway. Marty?
Dale Earnhardt Jr., the leader, is in. Dave, and he said it's handling like it was yesterday. That's bad news for the rest of the field because he was awesome in both practices yesterday. It'll be a 4-tire change and no chassis adjustments. In front of him at the head of pit road, Ryan Newman with a great stop going. 4 tires for Ryan Newman. He is a little bit tight. They do make an air pressure adjustment. And Dale Jr. is second off pit road. Matt Kenseth got off first.
The Golden Benny winners do it again.
Those guys are awesome, and Kenny Wallace has stalled on the backstretch.
I hope so. I don't know. It seems like that left rear might have
Believe
pushed
they
it
are
over.
waiting for the pace car. They didn't make their lap back up legally here coming to the caution.
That left rear out.
Matt Kenseth leads off pit road here at Chicagoland.
Green flag, green flag.
That was a fun.
Look at Kurt Busch up on top.
Crawling on that restart.
Bobby slow coming up to speed down to the inside. And it's Matt Kenseth leading. Ricky Rudd is trying to get a lap back. Dale Earnhardt Jr. not going to be taking too long.
And he's on the inside of Kenseth for the lead. Junior back in front. Rusty Wallace is a lap down. He's on the inside of his teammate, Ryan Newman. Here comes Jeff Gordon trying to get by both of them.
And a follow-up from pit road on Matt Kenseth's car. The further review by the team, according to Dave Burns, not down a cylinder, but a cracked tailpipe causing the funny sound we're hearing.
It does make it sound strange, and it does rob it up a little bit of horsepower, but not much.
Second. fourth.
Well, that's one thing when you're racing Rusty. It doesn't matter if he's a lap or 2 laps down. You got to run him hard.
And did you see Kurt Busch? He just flew by Jeff Gordon all of a sudden. Dave Blaney's going by the 24 car. Something wrong with Jeff's car, or is he just getting loose up in 3 and 4? He goes Harvick by the 29 car. But Busch Harvick in 5th spot.
Not so fast.
Marty, tell us, the 24 car, what's going on?
Well, Benny, we're going to check and find out, but all day long, in fact, Jeff Gordon is now on the radio, says we're fine, we're all clear. They've been starting out loose on runs, and they get tighter or actually better as they go along. So I don't think anything's wrong with Jeff Gordon just yet. He has said nothing on the radio, and actually he did say that they were fine, and now his spotter Ron Thiel says we're fine. So I think everything's okay with Jeff Gordon, just a little loose on the beginning part of the run.
Monitoring the radio traffic between the two teams, VP. Ricky was upset that Dale Jr. didn't let him have a lap back there.
I got you.
Which, again, he's under no obligation to do.
Well, let's see. We got them side by side right now, so.
Whoa! Rusty Wallace going to make it 3 wide. Marty?
Well, that's what made that battle so interesting, because that's the report that was coming to Junior's pit, is that Ricky Rudd was upset with him because he didn't give his lap back. Now,
Yeah, no out of bounds here. That was clearly discussed in the drivers' meeting this morning. But it's kind of a risky proposition, isn't it?
Obviously.
I'll tell you one thing, that was one, he drove that baby. That was one fantastic drive. He drove it for a mile,
yeah,
but it finally got away from him.
6th caution flag. Boy, that's down the backstretch.
I think Hutch Strickland's fender is rubbing the tire. It's causing all that smoke.
And Jimmy Spencer, I think, caused a lot of it.
All right, let's go back and see what happened. Started off of turn 4, coming down the front stretch.
And he got Harvick, takes a big run on Kurt Busch. Now he's down on the apron, but he tries to squeeze back up, hits Kurt Busch, and I mean drives this car forever, like you said, BP.
Wait, no, I don't think he hit Kurt Busch, but watch, it's when he makes the transition from the flat back onto the banking. I think that's when the car got upset, right there.
It got angry anyway.
Yep.
And here he goes. Now, you know he's not going to be able to handle it on the apron of the racetrack. The banking on the racetrack is only 18 degrees, so it's probably 6 degrees on the apron there, and he finally loops it. Meanwhile, behind, these guys start trying to avoid the accident and run into each other. Too bad for these fellas. Tony Stewart has been fast all day long. Is he as fast as Dale Earnhardt? I don't know, but let me tell you so, folks. He got a terrific restart. Check him out as he comes off the corner. He lays back. They're all slow up front. When they go to the bottom, he nails it and goes to the top.
Which is legal.
Which is legal. You can pass on the right side. Just can't do it on the left side. And he goes by Busch and Kenseth both.
Tony Stewart has led 32 laps in this race. He was one of the stronger cars earlier. Since getting caught back in traffic, he hasn't been able to move through. And if you weren't with us earlier in our show, we talked about the fact that Joe Gibbs announcing this morning this team will switch to Chevrolets from Pontiacs next year. Greg Zipadelli, their crew chief, told me today that when they're caught in traffic, that is the weakness of the present Pontiac. Now that he's clear of traffic, let's see if he can run down the Chevy and the Ford of Earnhardt Jr. and Newman.
And I think Earnhardt needs clean air to be really, really fast as well. So if Ryan gets in front of Dale Jr., it'll be interesting to see if Dale Jr. can maintain the fast lap times he's doing right now. And Newman's putting some pressure on him.
A lot of pressure. As a matter of fact, last time by, Ryan Newman just a little bit faster than Dale Earnhardt. And Tony Stewart, a lot faster than both of them.
And Newman's got to make it, I think he's got to make it happen as quick as he can, only because the tires are as good as they're going to get right now. So here he's taking a look on the bottom. Earnhardt moved up the racetrack a little bit.
Trying to get that nose in there.
And now we'll see if Earnhardt Jr. can maintain now that he's got to run in Newman's dirty air. In the meantime, here comes Stewart.
Yep. Just that little bit of side-by-side racing. Tony trying to close that gap.
And that's exactly what Tony wants to see, is those guys racing, because when they're racing, they're not as fast as a car that's going to be running by himself.
Last time Ryan Newman led this race was all the way back in lap 56. We're at 2:09 now.
That last lap, Tony Stewart was 0.4 of a second faster than both the two cars ahead of him, Ryan Newman, Dale Jr. So he made up a lot of ground right there in that one lap.
Dave?
Alan, I'm just checking my notes for what Benny says. I believe the 48 is going to have to stop again. I believe they will have to stop one more time for fuel. And are they going to have to stop one more time? Yeah, they are going to have to stop one more time for fuel. And as far as Jimmy goes, when he qualified, his crew chief Chad Knaus said that he had the car just a little bit too aggressive on the front end, a little bit too soft, and it made the valence drag, and that's why Jimmy had such a slow time. The car is still very good and obviously is quick.
Look at this for the lead, turn 4.
Yeah, he's looking. He's working him hard.
Tony Stewart working over Ryan Newman.
Newman's
got problems.
Right front tire is flat.
Hang on, Ryan.
Tony Stewart to the lead with 28 laps to go.
Now, can Newman get off the racetrack and not the tire not come apart and put debris on the track?
Not at the speed he's running. It's not going to take long.
Oh!
Joe Nemechek. Caution is out.
Oh, man.
A race-changing or race-saving, in some guy's case, yellow flag is out.
Tony Stewart.
Joe looks like he's got a left front flat. He definitely has a left front flat.
We saw him make contact with the... Now, can Ryan Newman get in, get the tire changed, and get back on the racetrack? Was the caution flag out when he entered, so he'll have to go to the end of the line because he pitted too soon.
2 rounds in, right rear.
Leader Tony Stewart has given him a big break because he's way off the pace on the backstretch.
Well, the pace car is sitting on the backstretch and did not pick him up. Marty.
Car couldn't catch him.
Wow, I didn't know if a gun was going off or what, but the tire blew right as he came to his pit stall. That's what I call time management. It lasted all the way here, and it was the right front tire. They will make a chassis adjustment. He was tight on that last run, and he did pit before everybody else. I do not believe pit road was open, so Ryan Newman has 4 fresh tires and a chassis adjustment.
But he did manage to stay on the lead lap. Tony Stewart was by the start-finish line, but he had not gotten to the cutoff point on pit road before Ryan Newman left, so he will be able to stay in the lead lap.
But pit road was not open because the pace car didn't lead the field by the opening to the pit lane. So now that the pace car has gathered up the field, pit road is open. Now it's up to the crews. Track position going to be big here. Dave Burns, go ahead.
Alan, Jimmy's crew chief asked him, how's your race car? He said, not too bad, a little tight off. And then his crew chief said, are you willing to go for it? They put 2 rounds of wedge in the right rear. That's going to loosen him up a little bit and make him real fast. Marty?
Tony Stewart will come down pit road. He'll be on the top of your screen. Watch him because he won't be here long. Fuel only for Stewart. Love that set of tires. Love the way the chassis is handling. He is gone. Kurt Busch will win the race off pit road. Behind him on the bottom of your screen, Dale Earnhardt Jr. 4 tires for the Butt crew. They'll lose a lot of track position, but they do have the freshest rubber.
Yeah, but we saw yesterday in the NASCAR Busch Series race, those fresh tires weren't able to overcome that track position. Jeff Burton.
Well, but we've got a lot more laps, too. We've got 25 laps to go.
That's true.
Ryan Newman's on 4 tires, so this could get pretty interesting.
So I guess the first car that did not pit is who? Jeff Gordon? Kevin Harvick.
Kevin Harvick, yeah. But he's got 20 laps to go now as they come down. Watch Tony Stewart. He's laying back from Kurt Busch. Remember that great restart he got last time.
Harvick needs to get a really good start here. He wants to get in front of these cars again. It's jammed up, though. But see, Kevin got a great start right there, other than Jeff was right with him. So he's making some ground here.
And Kurt Busch has driven by Robbie Gordon on the outside to take over the 3rd spot. Here comes Jeff Gordon off turn 2. This is where he's going to try to take a look, I think. He couldn't get a run.
Harvick, Gordon, Kurt Busch, Robbie Gordon, Tony Stewart. Those are the top 5. Then Bill Elliott, Mark Martin, Jimmy Johnson, Dale Jarrett, and Jeff Green. Johnson has overtaken Mark Martin this last lap. He's up to 7th. No progress for Dale Earnhardt Jr. And fact, he's lost a couple of positions in that shuffle on the break. He's back to 13th. I want to keep an eye on Ryan Newman, too.
Now, the problem is these guys are working around slower cars or cars that are lapped down. They can't run their line. You can't run your line, it's going to be a little bit slower. In the meantime, these guys are running where they want to run, and they're clicking off some pretty good laps. That time by, Kevin Harvick ran a 30.50, and you look back at where Earnhardt is, he ran a 31.48. So he's a second slower because of where he is on the racetrack in traffic.
With 4 fresh tires, those tires aren't doing him one bit of good.
Will the fuel hold up? Will he slip enough for Gordon to catch him and try and pass him?
Give me 2 more laps, just like it.
That was that's Bob Jeffrey, the spotter. You've heard his voice for many, many years. He's the spotter for Dale Jarrett. He's now spotted for Harvick and urging his driver on. Great corner, he said. Attaboy, keep it going.
They'll come to the... They'll come to the white flag this time. Kevin Harvick started well back in the field. 32nd place, he took the green flag.
Cupcake. I think the cat's out of the bag. We know his nickname now, BP. It's Cupcake.
Harvick was on no one's lip as a pre-race favorite to win this thing. This is certainly a surprise.
He was on his list.
Yeah, that's true, Bill. We heard from him there a minute ago. But he's come from well deep in the field. The team has played their strategy perfectly. The fuel is going to hold up, and Kevin Harvick is going to come to the start-finish line and take the checkered flag. His 3rd Winston Cup win. He wins the Tropicana 400 for a 2nd straight year.
You guys are the crap, man. Way to go, guys. Awesome job. Great call.
I don't know. It's been such a great day. I just don't even know what to say as I'm overcome.
All right, take a look with us right there.
Taking good care of me, and I'm thankful that you're gone.